The death toll from powerful tornadoes that devastated towns in Kentucky is likely to pass 100, the governor says, as help of finding survivors wanes. He said this was the most devastating tornado event in the state's history, with at least 80 confirmed deaths. Mr. Bashir said that thousands of people had their homes destroyed, though the exact number was still not clear.
Australia and South Korea signed a $680 million defense deal as South Korean president became the first foreign leader to visit Australia since the pandemic began. It's the largest defense contract struck between Australia and an Asian nation, and comes at a time of heightened tensions between Australia and China.
The United States, Australia and Japan have said they would jointly fund the construction of an undersea cable to boost internet access in 3 tiny Pacific countries, as the Western allies seek to counter rising Chinese influence in the region.
Taiwan's defense ministry says a full Chinese invasion of Taiwan with troops landed and ports and airports seized would be very difficult to achieve due to problems. The latest threat assessment comes amid escalating tensions between Taipei and Beijing. China, which claims the democratically ruled island as its territory.
South Korea's president on Monday ruled out joining a U.S. diplomatic boycott of the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing, citing the need to work with China. "We have not received a request from any other country including the United States to participate in the diplomatic boycott," he said. China has warned the United States, Australia, Britain and Canada that they will pay the price for protesting the Games.
President Biden dismissed criticism of his withdrawal from Afghanistan, saying in an interview released that "no one's come up with a way to indicate to me how to withdraw without anybody getting hurt." Biden claimed that he opposed the war from the beginning and shifting responsibility for the disastrous withdrawal.
Israeli PM begins first official visit to UAE. It is on the first official visit by an Israeli Prime Minister to the UAE. The leader will discuss deepening the ties between Israel and the UAE, especially economic and regional issues, the statement said.
A Palestinian man was killed during a clash with Israeli forces in the northern occupied West Bank early on Monday, security and medical sources said. While Israel does not have a permanent presence in Palestinian cities in the West Bank, forces will carry out raids and arrests there according to security needs, with clashes ensuing from time to time.
South African president has tested positive for COVID-19 and is receiving treatment for mild symptoms, his office said. The 69-year-old leader is now self-isolating in Cape Town and is being monitored by the South African Military Health Service, it said.
The U.S. House of Representatives has dropped all references to Pakistan from a bill that sought to blame the country for enabling the Taliban to capture Kabul in August this year. But this comes with a negative development too. Tragic death of a Sri Lankan factory manager in Sialkot seems to have increased concerns about the security situation in the country as the Americans become more secretive about official U.S. visits to Pakistan.
Prime Minister Imran Khan visits Lahore for a day to attend a meeting on the local bodies of Punjab at Governor House. C.M. Punjab brief PM on provincial affairs, while the Punjab governor gave the Premier an update on his visit to Britain.
The Pakistan Cricket Board on Monday appointed Hasnain as its new chief executive, according to a statement issued by the cricketing body. Hasnain said he was committed to playing his part in delivering the chairman's vision for cricket, fulfilling fan expectations, strengthening old relationships and developing new partnerships.
Global law firm Norton Rose Fulbright has appointed Pakistani descent London capital markets and Islamic finance partner Faheem Dubai as its global chair, effective January 1, 2022. In a statement issued to announce the development, the firm's global CEO said, "Faheem Dubai has distinguished herself as a leader at our firm and an award-winning lawyer in the global business community."
This December 22, NASA expects to launch the James Webb Space Telescope, the largest and most expensive instrument ever flown. 100 times more powerful than the 31-year-old Hubble telescope, Webb can see back in time all the way to the Let There Be Light moment, that instant when a cold, dark universe ignited into stars.